Today's video is different, okay? We're going to be digging deep. And it's not my information, a lot of this. I'm going to be, getting this from, different blogs on Tumblr and stuff. The main source I'm going to be using is KaylaEvidence.com. It's basically the theory or fact that Taylor Swift is, either a lesbian or, female inclined. There's loads of evidence going back in country days, So I'm excited to get in because I've looked on YouTube to find a video explaining everything, but I couldn't ever find one, and I'm sure there's some out there, but I can't find them. Because I wanted to show my sister, and she doesn't like to read, so I thought I'd do this just to, show Megan, my sister, and Angie, and all those in the Isle of Dogs, Emily Poe was Taylor's fiddle player during the Taylor Swift era and the pre-Fearless era. So this was when she was doing small gigs and being a support act. She worked with Taylor from July 2006 until January 2008. She had said that she would do things aiding in image management, artist relations, marketing strategy. She performed all live shows as the fiddle player and background vocalist, and she assisted in merchandise sales at venues as well. We're going to begin by looking at Taylor's MySpace. There's a lot of stuff to be found here, but we're going to be looking at a paraphrase version of two of her bios that she had from early 2006 and 2008. So the first one is, I've never been the kind of girl who needs a boyfriend. I don't go out looking for guys. But then again, I don't write a lot of love songs. Basically, I'm single. And the second one from 2008 is, I've never been the kind of girl who needs a boyfriend. I believe that love will find you when you're not looking for it. So I've been actively not looking for it for about 3 years now. I'll let you know how that works out for me. It probably doesn't help that I write a lot of songs about every guy I talk to. So basically, Taylor mentions Emily loads of times on her MySpace. And then they just perform together, there's not a lot really because it's so early. The main thing is Taylor made a video for Emily, and it basically had Taylor and loads of other people holding up a handwritten sign that said, "I love you, Emily," with a heart on it. And there's a letter to Emily from Taylor, and it was basically loads of moments, a montage of loads of their moments, set to a song called "Stolen" by Dashboard Confessional. And there's a lyric in there that's repeated. It says, "You have stolen my heart." So I'm going to put a picture of what the letter says. But if you can't read it, it says, "Emily, I feel as if our relationship has been taken to the next level over the past few months, and with much contemplation I decided I would bestow upon you one of my most prized possessions, my flamingo bandana. This is a third-generation family heirloom, and I suggest you frame it. I think it will look perfect in your apartment with the cat pillows. Enjoy." Yeah. So then Taylor stopped mentioning Emily in her MySpace posts around November, and then Taylor has a CMA performance also in November, and it's her last with Emily as part of the whole band. Basically, Taylor, fucking hell, does a MySpace post. And she mentions meeting Colby. I don't know how you say her fucking last name, but basically she features on Breathe, which is on Fearless, which is a massive banger. And she says they got together and wrote a killer song. And then Emily attends Taylor's 18th birthday party at Lot 7 in Nashville. There's pictures, which I'll post on there. And then the music video for the song Beautiful Eyes is released in 2008, which uses footage from the party. So then in 2008, January, is the Grand Ole Opry performance, and which is the last documented live performance with Emily. It's the Beautiful Eyes EP release. Taylor posted the video for I'm Gonna Move post video for I'm Only Me When I'm With You, which includes snippets of Emily, since a lot of the footage was taken from her tour diaries. In November, Fearless comes out, and Breathe is on that. And it was written around the time that she last mentions Emily by name on her blog or at all. So obviously it's not like confirmed that Breathe is about Emily, but there's like quotes and stuff that sort of hints to it. So Taylor, this is like a quote. This is Taylor saying this. It was total therapy because I came in and I was like, look, you know, one of my best friends, I'm going to not have to see anymore, and it's not going to be part of what I do, and it's like the hardest thing to go through. It's crazy listening to the song because you'd think it'd be about a relationship, but it's really about losing a friend and having a fallout, just the loss. And then Colby says, it can relate to anyone, anything. Taylor says, it does. It's never specific as to why. That's my favourite thing about it. It doesn't talk about why or whose fault it was, because sometimes the hardest time of when you say goodbye is nobody's fault. It just has to stop. And then the lyrics, obviously, well, if you fucking read it, it's just gay. It's just gay. Do you know what I mean? Like, what? And she basically repeats in the song, I'm sorry. Secret message on the album, because like she always does secret messages in like the lyric book, and is I'm sorry as well. So she's fucking sorry for something. Do you know what I mean? What did she do? And then in 2011, 3 years later, VH1 posts like a pop-up video for Our Song, banger, and it basically challenges the reason why Emily's departure, like, because it was basically said that she was going to law school or some shit, but this says that she was originally, can I speak? Allegedly fired for like no reason. She basically just left for no reason. Like, she's just gone. Like, where'd she fucking go? Do you know what I mean? She's gone. She's gone. But basically, the like thing was that they apparently got too close and they couldn't have that for Taylor's career, so she got fired. And
this is Emily over here on fiddle. Now, Emily has a boyfriend, but she has agreed that what happens in LA stays there.
So moving on to 2011, we're going to be talking about Taylor's relationship with Dianna Agron, who was on Glee. Quinn, hello. So basically, they both went to the Vanity Fair Oscar party on February 27th, 2017. 2017? I just said 2011. 2011. Like, no one knows if they like spoke to each other or anything, but like they both went. So like this could be where they first met, but we don't know. And then on September 5th, 2011, big jump. This is like their official meeting. They met for an official friend at the Fairfax flea market. Ashley having. Diana's brother was there as well, and he wrote on his Facebook that Diana brought up that she'd gone to a Kanye West concert. She didn't know that Taylor had beef with Kanye, and Taylor found it funny and they all laughed about it. Fantastic. So it's a bit quiet, but then in January, Diana makes a tweet about Taylor's Vogue shoot, and then on the 25th of March 2012, Diana makes a tweet about seeing the Hunger Games, but she didn't say who with, but without fan pictures, we wouldn't have known that she'd have gone with Taylor, but she went with Taylor. And then on the 28th, Diana tweeted again about people who make her happy, tagging Taylor, and like she wrote like a little thing. I'll put it there. Diana meets Andrea at Il Pastel on the 30th of March, who is Taylor's mum. Taylor was the only one who was perhaps leaving, but Dianna was noted to have been there in an article. On the 31st of March, it was the Kids' Choice Awards, but instead of going to an after party, she went to Diana's house, and we know this because one of Diana's friends, Chris Benz, brought his friend Jimmy James, and he was tweeting about it, and he tweeted how he met Taylor. And then they went for dinners together on the 7th of April, because Diana was in New York that weekend because she was on The View on Monday, but Taylor had no reason to be there, but she was there, and they ended up having dinner with Emma Stone. So the day after that, Taylor visited Diana at the Bowery Hotel. I mean, there's tweets of people saw her there, so that's how we know. Okay, it's getting more. And then Diana went on Jimmy Kimmel on the 12th of April, and she denied the love triangle between her, Taylor, and Tim Tebow, sorry. and she said, "Hi, Taylor," and blew the camera a kiss. I will get that, and I'll put it in because...
Some sort of a love triangle involving Tim Tebow and Taylor Swift.
He signed with WME. I'm with WME.
Oh, the agency? Okay.
Yeah, and I had a lovely 10-minute chat with him.
He's not your boyfriend?
No.
Why did you talk to him for 10 minutes?
It's just...
And how does Taylor Swift work into this love triangle?
I don't know.
Are you dating her?
No, but...
That would be
Wouldn't
great.
Wouldn't that be juicy? Hi, Taylor.
Okay, so then on the 24th of April, Taylor and Diana have a girls' night with Ashley, that girl, I couldn't say her last name earlier, and some girl called Claire. Wait, is she Taylor's friend? I think I know who that is, actually. And there's some pictures. And there's this picture, and Taylor's and Diana, that she has a flower crown on. I'm gonna obviously put it in. Don't know why I'm explaining it to you, but later there's this. We'll get. I don't know if I get to that now. There's this tour visual, and it looks the same. Diana tweeted again, and she said, "Playing dress up, baking cookies, posting pictures on Twitter, dancing in the kitchen, kissing this cat," and it's Meredith. And she originally tweeted #DateMe, but she deleted it and changed it to @DateMe. And she tweeted at 2 a.m, which is important. And then on the 25th of April, Taylor was caught buying lingerie for the Bay at Victoria's Secret, which was 5 days before Diana's birthday. And then it was Diana's birthday party on the 29th of April. Taylor dressed up like a cat on a leash, and then she apparently sang for Diana. Well, she sang for Diana. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yep. They then had loads of outings together. So there was a dinner date on the 20. No, there wasn't. There was a dinner date on the 16th of May, and then basically on the 2nd of July they went out to the Pancake Pantry, and then Diana was at Taylor's show later that day. So then on the 4th of July weekend, they went to Hyannisport, which is apparently the same weekend where, well, she did meet him, but they didn't actually have a thing. Connor Kennedy, and that was very short-lived, even if it was a thing, but it wasn't a thing. And then on the 4th of October, who's Tyler again? On the 4th of October, Taylor and Diana both head to Paris for Paris Fashion Week with Ashley and Emma. And then on the 22nd of October, Red is released. Diana tweeted a picture of her listening to Everything Has Changed. And then on the 4th of December, it was the RFK Foundation dinner, which Diana tweeted about. And then they had dinner together at the Crosby Hotel in New York with Harry on December 6th. Diana was there, and obviously Harry just wasn't real, it was fake. He was gone On the 14th of February 2013, Taylor tweeted about Glee. It was before the Valentine's Day episode. She tweeted, "So I have an inside source at Glee who was all, watch tonight, we're doing a song. I hope this source was right." When the show aired, Diana's character Quinn ended up having sex with Naya's character Santana. The Taylor song was never in the episode at all. So basically, Diana lied to her and tricked her, and yeah, bit orcs. Then she deleted the tweet and then tweeted something about her dances. So that's like the basics. And then on the 16th of April 2013, a fake article came out that basically almost outed them. And then dating rumours were continuing to spread. And on the 23rd of April 2012, a woman tweeted about them dating, and like she has a lot of followers. And it's basically believed like things that ended at this point. They had a week off during the Red Tour, but they didn't see each other. They don't interact until they saw each other at the Fun concert on September 5th, 2013, and social media interactions like died after the thing, so like rip. So there was like allegedly like rumours that Diana had proposed, but like I don't know if it we don't know if it's true, but only like some people like I got sources, but like it's just generally believed, but like fuck knows. And they had like an on and off relationship. So like now we're getting into song analysis, which is fun. So songs that are supposed to be about Diana on Red are Everything Has Changed. So the secret message was Hyannis Port. So people were like, oh, it's about Connor. But like she didn't spell it like that. She didn't spell it how it's spelt. She spelled it like Hyannis. So it's like Diana, like the way Diana would be spelled, like Ianna. So yeah. And people assumed that it was about him as well, but it's not, because some articles say that her first date with Connor was the 25th of July, and Taylor had announced Red on August 13th, and Ed and Taylor recorded it on the 28th of May, so she hadn't even met him yet, so how could it be about him? You know what I mean? Holy Ground, which, oh my god, Holy Ground is just confirms, right, okay. It's gender neutral, so it doesn't say him or anything. And when Diana had a party and Taylor dressed up as a cat, she wrote a note on Diana's bathroom wall, and it said, "I'm a little kitten and I need to nurse because I'm a runt and I'm likely to fall victim to predators." And there's a lyric in Holy Ground, and it says, "I left a note on the door with a joke we made." And I'm just like, tell me now. You can't. Anyway. And then 22, which is again gender neutral. So in the secret, because I said she does secret messages and the thing in the lyric book, they include multiple friends, including Diana, and she put friends in the video because it makes it feel like it's about friends. But if you ignore the video and listen to the lyrics, it's like a bit different. And the original lyrics are very much like more about a relationship. Sometimes it hits me, we're moving quickly towards something hazy, a future I can't see. Let's break the old rules while we're still 22. You look like bad news, I gotta have you. And Diana was asked if the song was about her, and she said, I cannot say. Hello. Come Back Be Here, which is again gender neutral. Banger! She wrote it over the course of a few days. Who she wrote with the same guy she wrote Treacherous with. She talks about New York and London in the song. And while Taylor's writing it, Diana was going to the Met Gala in New York. Taylor didn't go to that year. And then a day later, Diana went to London. So, Stay, gender neutral again. Taylor makes like marriage references in it, and it just like sort of fits the on and off thing. And other songs that fit are just Treacherous and Beginning In. And then we're going to get to 1989. So for 1989, a writer for the TV show The Originals tweeted about 1999. Someone asked her, do you think she's writing about anyone other than the obvious on it? And she said Diana. Obviously you'd be like, oh, who's that? Irrelevant. But like it just shows that like the general public like are catching on. Like when all these people are talking about it, it just shows that like, do you know what I mean? People are seeing. So the first song is I Wish You Would. Taylor's last public interaction with Diana was at the Fun concert And I Wish You Would was written in October 2013, and that happened in September. The song was assumed to be about Harry, because it references an ex driving past her house, but Harry bought a house in LA in March of 2014, right as Taylor was moving to New York, but Dianna bought her house in LA near Taylor in July of 2013. So, and a lyric this person points out is, "We're a crooked love and a straight line down." Just not straight. And there's loads of like 2 a.m. add-ins, which like she does a lot in her songs anyway. So like if you wanna, but like they would meet up late because obviously Dianna was on Glee, and they didn't finish filming for a lot of time. But if you listen to the album, it's all about meeting late. But you could also be like, oh, she does that anyway because she does do that anyway. But who knows? Clean. Tune. So it's like generally believed that Taylor and Dianna broke up in April of 2013. And according to Imogen Heap, when they recorded the song in February, Taylor only had a verse and a chorus written when she got there, so the rest of the song was written during that session. So the 10 months sober line was written 10 months after the breakup. They did see each other at the Fun concert, but Taylor says months and months of back and forth, and obviously they were on and off. And then that picture earlier where like the tour visual looks same, that's used during Clean. So Wonderland, this song again, this gets me, bruv. So there's a lot of reference to Dianna in this. So Cheshire Cat's Smile and We Found Wonderland references Alice in Wonderland, which Dianna loves. We Fell Down the Rabbit Hole, that was Diana's Tumblr URL. Curious Minds, Too in Love to Think Straight. You search the world for something else to make you feel like what we had. I'm almost singing it, I'm sorry. And Dianna went travelling after the breakup. And in the end in Wonderland, we both went mad. Dianna has a tattoo that says we're all mad here. So, new changes and excitement unfolding. And you know that note thing that Dianna wrote earlier, it says, didn't it all seem new and exciting? So, and it was also put on the deluxe, so like it wouldn't gain attention because it wasn't like on the main album, so like she could sort of get away with it, do you know what I mean, not being bait. All you had to do was stay, on and off. Once again, I Know Places. People think it's about Harry. Everyone thinks that the album's about Harry, but like it's just not. Sorry, I'm getting. Do you know what I mean? Because they were like proper like in front of the cameras, like they weren't hiding. It wasn't about them like, do you know what I mean, being private. Like, it doesn't make sense to be about Carly because it fits now, but they were very like to themselves at that point. It's basically about a closeted relationship, and Dianna would meet up with Taylor at night and they'd be very, and Taylor walked out of closet doors in the song on tour. It references someone with green eyes. Dianna has green eyes, but Harry does as well, but it's not mine. How You Get the Girl, Taylor wrote this in January 2013, so could be about one of her and Diana's off moments. There's another marriage reference in that as well. I Want You for Worse or for Better, and obviously it's like a thing. Style, I Know What You're Thinking, but like it's just about an on and off relationship, and Harry and Taylor were never on and off. They were really only together for a month, and you expect me to believe? Do you know what I mean, Mum? It's mental. So like some times where like she's been caught, like Taylor's been caught like basically misleading, like things like not adding up. So obviously she said that she tried implying that everything has changed about Connor, but she hadn't met him yet. She tried to imply that I Wish You Would was about Harry, but he didn't buy a house near her in 2014. She tried to make I Knew You Were Trouble about Harry, but she wrote that in July of 2012, and she would only have been in the same city as Harry's a few times, and she was with Connor at that point. In an interview she did on The View, they were talking about the line in Welcome to New York where it says, "And you can want who you want, boys and boys and girls and girls." Taylor said she wrote that line following gay marriage being legalised in New York City, except it was legalised in 2011. The main one, as she stated, "You're in Love" is about Lena Dunham and Jack Antonoff, but Jack didn't know anything about it when asked about it, and he couldn't pick out lyrics that seemed to be about his relationship, so he didn't recognise it. So do you know what I mean? She just says shit and it just doesn't add up. I'm just just voice the truth. And in How You Get the Girl, she basically is using female pronouns, and you could be oh, she's talking about me, but herself, sorry. But if you twist it, that's an easy way to get away with talking about girls, but do you know what I mean? And she's done that quite a few times, so obviously I'm not being because this could all be fake, and so you got to be look at it from both sides. Just overall, this is where it starts to get interesting, because you can sort of see some things and be oh nah, you can write it off, but then we've got Kayla to come yet, and I never used to believe this. I used to be oh, shut up, but I used to hear it all the time, and then I actually researched it and I was it just makes so much more sense. There's so many things that just don't make sense about what she said, and we'll get into more of that in the next part, but this is the end of the first part because this is 20 minutes long already. There's so much. I've been using KaylaEvidence.com. Thank you. It's not mine. Well, some of it's mine. I've added some of my input, but it's not. I didn't create these master post things, obviously. So yeah.